Hey everybody, it's Trish Carr, Women's Prosperity Network live. I wanted to tell you today about a question I get all the time, and that is, what do I do with an assistant anyway? There's nothing that I can't do myself. Well, the truth is, there's probably nothing you can't do yourself. But the key is, in order to be successful people know that there are certain functions that it just makes more sense to have someone else do, someone competent, clearly, but have someone else do so that you can focus on the big ticket generating items. Our jobs as entrepreneurs is to engage our customers, to deliver on the things that are about our expertise, to find new customers to bring in to our business that we can make the difference for. So if you're doing, excuse the expression, mundane tasks, how are you going to be focused on bringing in clients and taking good care of the clients that you already have? So I just want to give you 5 different things that you can delegate really quickly to an assistant, whether it be a high school student that you get through the high school and you pay a lower fee or sometimes for free, or a college. Sometimes there's internships available. People want to work in their chosen professions. So for example, Women's Prosperity Network, we've had interns from colleges who are in women's studies programs. So think outside the box. The other thing is a virtual assistant is really, really inexpensive in the long run. You can find a virtual assistant from anywhere from $20 an hour to $50 an hour. And honestly, if you buy a package of services, let's say they manage your social media so that you're posting and you're answering your posts and creating engagement. When you buy a package, sometimes you can get that to as low as $15 an hour. So here's a few things that you can quickly delegate to an assistant. Number one, your database management. That is when you meet new people, you enter the information in there so that you have their email addresses, phone numbers, any notes about them that you want to keep. So keeping your database up to date, plus scrubbing your database. People are opting out. There are people on there who are no longer at those email addresses, cleaning that up. And all of that makes your business way more efficient. And it keeps a pile of business cards off your desk, never yelling at you, hey, enter me in your CRM. So that's number one. Number two, every time you meet people, you always say to yourself, oh, I really would like to follow up with her. She may be somebody who can, who I can make a difference for clearly, or who just creating the connection and getting to know each other. There's always things that we can explore that we might do together, that we might learn enough about each other to make referrals, that we can connect each other with other people who can make a difference. So those follow-up calls, what ends up happening is they fall by the wayside. But starting relationships and nurturing relationships is a really big part of business. So making those appointments in and of itself can be done by someone else. Let someone else send a text saying, hey, this is Trish Carr's assistant. She met you the other day and she would love to schedule a phone call. Here's a couple of times. What might work with you? Right? So instead of me having to do that, the assistant can do that. And then I can just jump on the call. I don't need to spend time going back and forth, making appointments and doing all that stuff. P.S. When you do that, when you follow up with people, when you continue to make connections with people, you are always growing and growing and growing your business. The other thing I wanted to get into, I want to bring on Joyce White, who is a virtual assistant and who is going to give us some more tips on exactly how we can do that. So let me get Joyce to enter the studio. Hi, Joyce. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. How are
I'm,
you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good. We're talking about, I invited you because as a virtual assistant, there are so many things that you do. And oftentimes people say to me, well, I don't even know what I can delegate. So before you came, a couple things I talked about was scrubbing the database. Also entering business cards into the database and just contacts of people that you've met. Those were easy. The next one we talked about was follow-up calls. Instead of me going back and forth, hey, when can we meet? Someone else can send the text, hey, what's a good time for us to get together? And then I just have to show up. I don't have to deal with that back and forth. So I wanted to ask you, you are an assistant that makes a difference for entrepreneurs and small business owners. And what are the types of things that you think would be easy to transfer over to someone to do it for you, someone competent like yourself? What types of things?
Definitely email management.
Yes.
That's the first thing that that people should feel, easy. It's easy enough to let go and let somebody else handle.
Yeah, email management. My box gets so full. And while sometimes I want to keep some of the stuff that goes into my promo file, I love that about Google Mail. Because Google Mail you can set up into the important stuff, the social media notifications, and the promotional things.
Yeah.
But I would like somebody to be able to clean that out for me. I also would like somebody to go through my mail and tell me, Trish, you have to answer these. You have to get to these. Here's your target times on getting back to them. And I can handle everything else. So email management is definitely a good one. What else would you suggest?
As far as handling your CRM, I have a client right now where I handle her CRMs.
So what types of things do you do with that management?
Like updating the contact information, sending out emails, because I'm in 17 hats, where you can send out emails to the clients, reminding them about either paying invoices or submitting paperwork that needs to be completed.
That's a really good one, is getting paid. You know, oftentimes in our businesses, especially for those who are service providers, we will offer payment arrangements. So you pay once a month or you pay every 3 weeks or whatever it is. And just following up on those payments, one of the things that inherently humans don't like to do is deal with conflict. And we consider having to ask for the money that's owed us as a conflict, right? It feels uncomfortable. So, Joyce, that's something that you can do for clients if you can stay on top of those payments?
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
Beautiful. So that's another really easy thing to do. How about social media? Can you talk a little bit about how you might be able to make a difference for a small business owner or entrepreneur in social media management?
Yes, definitely. And I'm not sure if everyone's heard of Canva, but Canva is like a graphic design software where you can create social media posts. And then you can use like Hootsuite to schedule those posts to go out to Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. So that's another thing that's helpful with social media management, and having a virtual assistant help you with that. Plus helping you with after you've made your post, you see the comments that come through. Well, the virtual assistant can help you in that aspect as well, with responding to the comments and engaging with the people that are making the comments.
Well, and that you're making a really excellent point, Joyce, because so many people will say to me, well, I'm posting on my page, but it's not about posting, it's about engaging.
Yep.
So you would actually go in under my name or under the name of the client, and you would post as if you are them. And obviously you're going to have conversations about their style, the way they like to do things, so that you really do sound like them, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yes. And then do you actually post, do you actually engage with every response?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You do.
You go back and you look at the posts, and when you see comments, you correspond or, answer appropriately.
That's beautiful. And then in terms of social media, is it something that you're going to teach me to do? You're going to teach me Hootsuite and then I do it? Or can you take the whole thing and manage it so I don't even have to know how to use Hootsuite?
I can take the whole thing and manage it, so you don't need to learn Hootsuite.
That's great. And oftentimes people will say to me, well, how do I find the money to do that? how do I don't have an assistant now, but I know I could really use one. But how do I find the money to do that? Do you have any suggestions? Because I definitely do.
No, well, as far, I guess, trying to create a budget, it doesn't have to be a large budget, because basically some people may only need a virtual assistant for 5 hours a day, or 15 hours a week. So it's not like it's a 40-hour a day thing that you have to worry about budgeting for.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when it was time to hire somebody. We needed to hire somebody as an assistant. We couldn't do it all ourselves anymore at WPN. And that's really a good thing. When you can't handle it all anymore, when there's too much and you feel like you have too much on your plate, that's the day you want to say, hooray, my business is growing. I'm so excited. So what we did was we actually sat down and figured out, how much money is this going to be? Let's say that we had hired somebody, and I'm just going to throw out numbers because I know virtual assistants can go anywhere from $20 an hour to $50 an hour, depending on the type of work. But I also know that virtual assistants package their services, and when they do that, it's even a deeper discount. So if I'm going to pay, let's say, $25 an hour, and I need somebody for just 10 hours a week, just 10 hours, to do the things we're talking about. And that's only 2 hours a day. It's only $250.
That's it.
So if you think about it, if you got an unexpected bill for $250, you could pay that bill most of the time. Now, if you can't, imagine you taking those 10 hours and creating a number of customers instead of entering database information, right? So what's the highest and best use of your time? I know that if I engage 2 new people, I can easily cover that $250. So if I take those 10 hours, I can engage way more than 2 people, and I can actually grow my business faster because I'm using my best talent. So that's a way to do it. How about printing up documents? Like, let's say I create a tip sheet or a bio or something like that. Is that something a virtual assistant can do for us?
I'm sure they could, because now some people don't own like printers or ways of having things printed out. They probably have to, go to Kinko's or somewhere like that to get it printed out. But no, I believe that is something, it just depends on, the virtual assistant, whether or not they can handle that. But that is a task that could be handled by a virtual assistant.
Awesome. What else do you think? Any other things on your list that seem like no-brainers? We can send these out.
As far as, I'm not sure if you mentioned it or not, like scheduling for your client, because we've got like real estate agents out there that probably need somebody to help with their scheduling. That's something that a virtual assistant could help you with. And also
that's
proofreading.
Really good.
Don't forget proofreading.
Yeah, and even though you use spell check and grammar check, it doesn't catch all the mistakes.
That's right.
So, like if you have THERE and it should be THEIR, it's not going to catch that.
Nope.
Right? And it's so funny because people say, oh, well, I misspelled something. I have to tell you that I have had people tell me in the past that when they see typos on somebody's work, it decreases the credibility, even if it's minor. Right? They look at you as, oh, if she's not that detailed with what she says to me, how's she going to be detailed when I'm her customer?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's a good one, too. What about, I work with a lot of speakers, people who want to, regardless of their business, they want to be speaking and getting out. Is managing, finding, looking for places to speak, is that something? That
yes, we also can help with research. If maybe there's a particular promotional item that you're looking for, a virtual assistant can help you with that as well.
Fantastic. All right, great. Well, thank you all for being with us. I don't want to go over 15 minutes. I like to keep it short. So thank you all, everybody, for being with us. And for those of you who are here on the replay, I invite you to get in touch with Joyce White, who is a virtual assistant. Joyce, where's the best place to reach you?
Well, you can send me an email at joywhite, the number 35, at yahoo.com. I'm also on Facebook as well under Joyce White. And the name of my company is JL White Administrative Services. And I do have a Facebook group page.
Awesome. So this was Joyce White, 35?
Oh, Joy White.
Joy, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
35 at gmail.com.
At Yahoo.
Oh, sorry. Okay, gotcha. Yahoo. I used to have one of those. I'm typing it in so that people
thank
can
you.
see it. And let me save it. There you go. Show. There it is. Joy White 35 at yahoo.com is the best way to reach her. And you did say you had a Facebook page as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, so tell me what that page is.
It's JL White Administrative Services.
Okay, let me write it out and get it up there for everybody on Facebook. All right, fantastic. Perfecto. Let's see, did I have it? Joyce White, Administrative Services. Let's show you. There it is. So everybody can go find you there on Facebook. Thank you again, everybody. And Joyce, thank you for being with us today and getting our thinking going as to what we can delegate, what can be moved off our own plates. Mm-hmm. And remember, as you get too much on your plate, it means your business is growing. It means it's time to work through a budget where you can at least hire someone for a short period of time to make a difference for you and increase your team. Thank you, everybody, for being with us today. Trish Carr at Women's Prosperity with my friend Joyce White. Be sure to be in touch with her at joywhite35 at yahoo.com. And certainly check out her Facebook page at JL White Administrative Services on Facebook. Thanks, everybody. Make it a great day.